Welcome to Plot Twisted Spicy. I'm Tyler.
And I'm Sean, and we're here to talk plot twists, questionable life choices,
and what happens when a story invites us to get in between the sheets.
We rate the spice,
judge the twists,
and ask the most important question.
Was it worth the chaos?
Before we start, this podcast is strictly for the grown and sexy. We talk about mature topics, use explicit language, and dive into some very adult situations with plenty of laughs along the way. Recommended for listeners 18 and older. Listener discretion is strongly advised. If you're still here, fluff those pillows. Let's get between the sheets.
Pop, 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 pop to the top.
Different. Is that High School Musical?
Yes.
Sweet. Way to go, Sharpay.
Tis I.
Sharpay. I loved her character.
It was great.
What a villain.
She was a likable villain, though.
I loved her. I love Ashley Tisdale. Just throw that out there. I loved everything she did back then. And
yes.
I think now, I don't really see her in anything now.
No.
But
we don't see her much now, but man, was she on a roll.
Yeah, fun fact, I think our kids are the same age.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Anyway, hi, Tyler.
Hey, Sean.
How's it going?
Good, you?
Good. Our camera fell down, so we're hi again that you don't know, but
Take two.
our camera fell down, so we're doing really good.
But we didn't get too far into the video before we had to fix it, so
yeah,
we're good.
It's a pretty good
We're
blooper
good.
reel, actually. We should probably use that for something. What's up? What are you working on these days?
Well, summer has started, so I'm working a lot. And because it's summer, plans are busy.
Yeah, social life.
Yeah.
I regret working 5 days a week.
Me too.
Like hard. I'm like, I really got to cut it in the summer. I got to work like 3 days a week.
You and me both next summer.
Yeah, we've got that on lock next year. Next year, we'll both remind each other. Be like, remember what you said?
We'll both be like, you said no.
You said no. We've made a blood pact. We have to do it. What are you reading right now? Anything good?
Actually, I'm actually not in the middle of a book right at the moment.
Have you started a book?
No, I haven't started. I haven't finished. I think because
Whoa.
my brain was so focused on Pounded by Produce
Okay.
that I just read that. But I will be starting harvest season very soon.
I started harvest season, but I am doing something really weird where I leave it on my bedside table. So I only read like one chapter a night because okay, guys, it's getting a little crazy in my house. So I discovered that I am old. My body hurts all the time. So I was like, I need to prioritize like stretching and like trying to be a little bit better because I'm only getting older and my joints are only getting older. So me and Excel spreadsheet broke down my days by like 30-minute increments. And I discovered the only time I can get up and do things is at 5 a.m. So my day now goes from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. And it is pretty much locked in on what I do every day now, starting at 5 in the morning. And it's like, wake up at 5, get out of room, change, make coffee, get on treadmill at 5:15. Like, it is...
Damn, okay.
Yeah, and I've been doing this for 7 days. And it's working.
Yeah.
And I feel better physically and mentally because I'm getting physical exertion done right away.
Yeah.
And it also like is waking me up and loosening up everything. And I have read a bunch of studies that are like, you should get up and walk right when you get up. You should get up and drink water right when you get up, blah, 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 whatever.
Blah, blah.
But throughout all of that, I was like, I don't have reading scheduled in my day.
At all.
Not really. So I have now split my books into zones, and the only one across the bedroom threshold is harvest season. So between 9 and 10 when I'm doing my bedtime routine, depending on what time I get into my bed to be asleep by 10, I read harvest season.
No, that's
long-winded
awesome.
way of saying.
That's what I used to do too. Like it used to be from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. that I just spend that hour just to read.
Yeah.
And I was trying to figure out a schedule for myself for reading just because I like having an audiobook going. I like bringing my Kindle with me out and about. I don't necessarily want to bring a physical book out and about just because it's a lot.
It can be heavy. I take one with me.
Yeah.
but I have a problem. I'm worried my Kindle will crash.
Oh, fair.
And I'm like, now I have a book at least, which is insane. I am a little bit nuts. But yeah, so I'm reading Harvest Season in my room, and I'm reading Assistant to the Villain in my living room.
Is that sitting somewhere specifically as well?
It rotates between my kitchen table and my couch zones.
Okay.
Because our dining room is across from our living room, and I'm annotating it, so sometimes I just sit at the table because I can write because it's flat.
Free space.
Exactly. The kitchen table's clear. Yeah, so there's that.
Awesome.
So yeah, and then audiobook, I started House of Flame and Shadow, which is the Crescent City book 3 by Sarah J. Maas.
Okay.
However, I have put it on pause because, guys, I was on Instagram.
Oh no.
And a delightful gentleman came up on my stories, and he was like, "Hi, I'm Robert, and I wrote a gay YA story, and I need more people to listen to it. So if you message me, I'll send you the Audible link for free."
Oh, that's awesome.
And I was like, I like free, I like YA, I love gay. Let's do all of these things.
Free YA.
So I messaged, this isn't their Instagram name, but the author is Robert J. Halliwell, I believe. And the book is called And Then He Pressed Play, track 1, because it's, I think, a series.
Okay.
I am 1 hour in. It is delightful.
Is it just like adorable?
It's adorable. This kid is like, his name's like AJ. I think they're in high school, but he's Canadian. And
that's
he
awesome.
goes on an exchange program to Ireland. And I think they're in high school because there's like uniforms and stuff. But he meets this like redhead boy. Guys, it's so cute. It's so good. It's already got weird, yearny feeling. I love it. And you should go support him and buy the audiobook and rate it and review it. Or message him. I don't know if he's still giving free copies away. It was on Instagram. But when
Always
I
no
say
harm in
I
checking.
like yeeted House of Flame and Shadow for this book, I yeeted it.
And there are no regrets.
No, it's really good. I started it this morning.
That's awesome.
And it's adorable. I'll send it to you. It's so cute. If you need like a filler read, I think it's like a 7 or 8 hour audiobook.
That's awesome.
I don't think it's that long.
That's not bad at all.
I might be wrong about that time. It might be like 15 hours and I'm way off, but it didn't seem very long. I'm like, anyway, yeah, it's awesome. It's really cute. And it's just like I'm listening to the audiobook and the voice actor does a really good Irish accent to the point where I have to slow it down because like I listen at 1.5 speed on average and I can't understand the Irish boy. So I have to like stop it and be like, whoa, what'd you say?
What is this?
Which the Canadian boy also is like, I don't know what you just said to me. So cute. Okay, I'm done crying.
Oh gosh.
It's really good. That's all I read. That's all I'm currently reading.
Awesome possum.
Yeah. Anyway. So you started Harvest Season?
I'm going to.
Oh, yes. Okay.
I'm going to start Harvest Season.
Perfect. Well, you know what?
Yeah.
What's more important is that we are talking about GM Fairy today.
The GM Fairy.
Yes, I am starting tablet reviewing because I've been noticing I don't take as good of notes as Tyler, and I don't like it. I'm a little competitive. So
I like that's where it comes in. It's like, she's taking notes.
she's doing better than me. She has a whole separate fancy notebook. Anyway, so I'm trying something different to see how it works for me. But anyway.
If the vibes are the vibes.
Yes, the vibes. Vibes. Okay. We read Pounded by Produce by GM Fairy. I would say this doesn't, like, I feel like it's supposed to be a monster romance, but I don't, what book category does this fit into? Romance.
Unhinged.
Unhinged romance. Veggie Tales inspired priest love. And on that note,
it's a religious romance.
on that note, everything from here on out will be 18 plus content.
Yes.
So please take that as you will as you move forward in this episode.
If you did not listen to the content warning at the beginning, please listen to it now.
Yeah. Because I don't know if the title gave it away, but Pounded by Produce.
I repeat, pounded by produce, 18 and older.
Yes. So before we get started, I am going to just quickly read the synopsis for those of you who didn't take the time to read it. Rude.
How dare.
Oh, God. I'm going to get through this without laughing, I promise. All right, guys. A tale of veggies tempted to break their vows. Fleeing a tumultuous past, Emily finds refuge at a kitchen job in a quiet countryside parish. Robert and Laurent are two best friends with a bond that has crossed lines throughout their history, but now walk the straight and narrow, giving their lives to their parish as priests. One magical night under the harvest moon, Robert and Laurent experience a bizarre transformation. They wake up as a tomato and a cucumber. Can you guess who is who? Emily brings these ripe and juicy vegetables into the kitchen, but instead of preparing a meal, she uses them for other more pressing needs. Emily awakens something in the priests, who from then on spend their days as humans and their nights in their vegetable forms. That's actually not accurate. Sorry.
Yeah.
The three find themselves in a steamy entanglement, unable to deny their primal desires, but will they fight their urges or break their vows and alter the course of their lives forever? From the best-selling author of Get in My Swamp comes a veggie love story filled with angst and lust. Take a minute and breathe, friends.
We all need that breath.
Yeah. Brutal. Go on.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready, I can't even breathe.
I know. So, this first section of the book. So, by the way, there's going to be a ton of spoilers in this book. So, if you don't want spoilers either, you should go read the book and then come back and listen to this podcast.
Absolutely.
Because we are talking about this section by section, and we are going to spill all the tea.
Or vegetable
Water.
juice.
Or vegetable juice. The tomato juice. With seeds in it.
Cucumber insides exploding. I can't. Sorry. Did you like my fake French accent?
He also talked about his tomato seeds too.
They both did. It's true.
Oh gosh.
Tomato juices.
Anyway, sorry. Moving on.
I had a V8. Add lube. Sorry.
Oh my god. We're having a wonderful time.
We've got it. Okay, so the book hasn't started yet. But
No.
we're doing good.
We're doing great.
So true. So true, bestie.
All right. So part 1. This section starts off with our female main character, Emily. And she is looking for a fresh start because she was with deadbeat Daryl, JK. Derek was Daddy Derek.
What's with all these bad Ds?
I know.
They're bad Ds.
They're bad Ds. Literally. So she was dating douchebag Derek. I can't.
Daryl. If we say Derek, we mean Daryl. Let's just...
I'm starting over. Take 100.
God, you're doing great.
I can't.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say it anymore.
I think you are.
Oh.
Part 1. In this section, we start off with our female main character, Emily, and she gets out of this long-term relationship with douchebag Daryl that she's been with for many years, and she moved out to her uncle's trailer, and she is looking through the newspaper looking for a completely fresh start. And so she's looking through all the different jobs, and while she's at it, like, I just feel the sarcasm through the page every time she is talking in this scene. But while looking through the newspaper, she ends up finding a live-in parish cook job posting. Mm-hmm. And because she wants to get out of her uncle's trailer, this might be the answers to all of her problems in order to have the fresh start that she has been looking for. Mm-hmm. And so she makes the phone call for the job, and that's kind of where it ends for that part right there. But then we move on to, we get introduced to Robert, who is one of the main characters who throws F-bombs like it's nobody's business.
He's kind of our grumpy.
He is the grumpy.
He's the grumpy.
I have many thoughts about our good old pal, Robert.
I'm so excited.
Oh my God. And we kind of get the background, some background version information on him, how, like, he's kind of had a little bit of a rougher life and was looking for a purpose and ended up becoming a priest. Mm-hmm. So he is a priest at this parish, and so is his best buddy, Laurent. Laurent is a lovely French man who has
just a sweetie sunshine,
who we get a little bit of background on him too, where like he's had a little bit more of a more cushiony upbringing, but more privileged life. We will say that. Mm-hmm. But ended up also looking for a purpose and also became a priest, and they were actually roommates while they were in school. And they're just best buddies, you know. They're lovey, they're touchy, they jerk themselves off in the dark while they stare at each other. You know, just regular buddy stuff.
Just like us.
Just like us. Just kidding.
Anyway, stay tuned for our novel. I'm joking.
What are we doing here?
I'm so sorry. You're doing really well. I'm an asshole. Continue.
No, you're fine. But so they've been waiting for this new cook to come in, and they actually get introduced to Emily. Emily comes on in, and there is tension almost immediately. Mm-hmm. Almost immediately there is tension, and she's just like, these are the hottest people I've ever seen, and they are priests. Uh-oh. To the point where like she thinks they're hot so much that she ends up having a dream about them, which has a little bit of foreshadowing in there, considering we have some descriptions of cucumbers and tomatoes in this dream.
Yep.
Yep. And because of this dream, she ends up waking up from this dream, and she's like, damn, I'm hot and heavy, but I need a snack. And she actually ends up meeting our friend Laurent, and they have a cute rom-com moment in there. I loved every minute about that.
I did too.
It was very delightful. Mm-hmm. And so they had their like little moment, and we find out that we get to see actually Laurent's point of view, and he has it down bad for Robert and Laurent.
Emily.
Sorry, yeah. Robert and Emily.
He has been pining for Robert since school.
Forever.
He basically becomes a priest because of Robert and wants to stay with him, and then is surprised by the pull that Emily has on him so quickly after all these years of pining for Robert. This whole time I want to call them Bobby and Larry, but I literally can't because my father-in-law's name is Larry.
Yeah. Oh God.
I will not. Anyway.
But yeah, so in that portion, because this is the first time we actually read Laurent's point of view, and you see how down bad he is for Robert and how long he's been like in love with him basically for, and then his attraction to Emily is like very strong right off the hop, especially with that kitchen scene. Mm-hmm. And then we move on to they're actually in the church after sermon. Is that what it is?
I believe so.
After the sermon, and everyone starts to leave except for this weird lady in a cloak. Mm-hmm. And she...
Oh, wait. First, person gives Laurent a rubber ducky sweater that they knitted. Oh my God. And I feel like that's an important detail to not forget. It's like baby blue with a rubber duck on it, and I just need you all to know that exists. Continue. Sorry,
I forgot about
that. I just felt that was necessary, so continue.
A nice rubber ducky sweater is never bad.
I'll remember that when your birthday comes up.
Oh God.
He's not involved.
Clearly. Anyway. So this weird lady in a cloak shows up, and she's saying weird stuff, and they're just kind of like, okay, like, thanks for coming. See you later. Bye-bye.
Be going with you.
And basically she says some weird stuff about the harvest moon and like being true, like their desires and everything like that. And they're just like, bye-bye. See you later. Mm-hmm. And then later in the evening, Robert is feeling hot and heavy because he is also attracted to Emily and is feeling all the feelings. So he actually goes out into the garden, takes his wine, and starts drinking. But it just so happens that Laurent is also out and about in there too. Mm-hmm. And so they're drinking wine together, and they're talking about Emily, and they're talking about all these different things, and they end up falling asleep. Mm-hmm. But when they wake up, things are a little different. They wake up to Emily actually picking them out of the garden because they are no longer human. We have Robert the tomato and Laurent the cucumber. So somehow overnight, so Lady put a little spelly spell on them, so they are now produce. But
And they produce.
But Emily picks them and she takes them over to the kitchen. She chops up all the veggies, but this cucumber and tomato specifically.
Which she's making a cucumber salad
Yes,
at the time.
which is
Details that aren't necessary, but I just thought you should know.
doesn't hurt to have. But
Dumb.
But she cuts up all the veggies, but the cucumber and the tomato, and she has some form of attraction going on there, and she ends up bringing them to her room to use them for her own lovely needs.
And that, I was the most curious about how she was going to use the tomato.
I know.
Because, what?
In my notes, I have so that's how we use the tomato.
Yeah. Because the cucumber to me is kind of obvious.
Yeah, cucumber is pretty obvious. Tomato, I was like, I don't know how or why or what or anything, but we figured out how a tomato is used, so be sure to read that for that tidbit of information. So she uses this cucumber and tomato, who is Laurent and Robert, and she has a great time. She passes out, but when she wakes up, instead of having a cucumber and tomato in her bed, it's the two very hot priests laying in her bed. And then they're just like, it gets all confusing because she's just like, what the hell? And they're like, I had the weirdest dream, and then they realize it's not a dream. This is a weird situation. And basically they kind of quickly talk about it, and then the priests just dip.
Mostly because of Robert.
Mostly because of Robert. Robert is really the pill in this story. But anyway, but that's where I have it ending, is them just dipping on Emily when she's naked and confused, and I'm just like, I feel so bad for you.
Yeah.
Like, they just dip.
Yeah, so
Dip hard.
to expand on that, everything she said is awesome. Fantastic. Way to go, Tyler. I gotta step up my game even more next time.
No.
So the thing that I want to comment upon before we
Yes.
is in this section, two things. One, during the interaction or sexual interaction, there's like a mind flip, right? Like POV change.
Yes.
So it happens from, is it Robert's perspective?
It's Robert's perspective.
As the tomato.
Yes.
So, which I found very interesting because I was like, how is he involved in this situation? Yes. And not that we need to go into detail, but the thing that blew my mind was that she uses him like on her clitoris, right? Whatever. And he's got a great, perfect view of both of them from that spot. But that's not, it's how they finish. So she climaxes, whatever. You don't know what happened to the cucumber, but basically he explodes.
Yeah.
Like the tomato explodes.
Yeah.
And juices all over her. And she goes to sleep with that all over her.
All over her, and at and the exploded tomato like at the bottom of her bed.
Yeah, and cucumber.
Yeah.
Because they both explode, but you don't know this till after. But the tomato perspective, he explodes and he thinks he like died, and then it's the end of the chapter. And then
he's like, what a way to go.
Yeah, he's like, what a way to die. So perfect. Her beautiful blah, blah, blah. Known her 18 seconds. She's the love of my life. Love her more than God. He didn't say that. But yeah, I just was kind of...
I know.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Who's going to bed like that?
I wasn't. I wouldn't.
Where's your tomato?
I wouldn't go to bed like that.
If I ever find a tomato-shaped clit sucker, I will buy it for you. I don't care.
You get it for Chandra too.
Yeah, I will.
Honestly, book club should read this. Like, honestly. Sorry.
We'll talk about our full feelings at the end.
Anyway.
But, sorry, I just had to comment on that. I can't remember what my second point was now. I'll get back to it.
Nope, fair enough. Did this book grab your attention?
Did this book grab my attention? No, I actually was bored from the get-go. No, of course it did. It was like the most fascinating vegetable documentary I've ever seen.
Yes.
Yes, my attention was grabbed. Okay, wait, let me explain. No, technically I didn't care about her, Emily's ex-partner. I was like, thank God her uncle's a good guy.
Yeah. So I didn't necessarily care about I didn't care about the X stuff. I did like the whole, like, I am looking for a fresh start and stuff like that.
I liked her personality in, like, going through the ads and stuff. Like, I found her relatable.
And yeah. The part where she's just, like, opened up the fridge and is like, I'm surprised that there's nothing in there, even though I'm the one in the grocery shop. I was like, girl, same.
Every time, yeah. I found her, like, relatable in that effect.
Yes.
But pretty much from, like, the moment she meets Gail,
I love Gail.
I'm in, yeah. Gail. Gail is the receptionist receptionist
basically,
of the parish,
yeah.
like, whatever. She's, like, the welcoming committee. She's the one that talks on the phone with Emily and kind of hires her, even though it's the priests in charge. Like, Gail's in charge.
Yeah.
And Gail gives her, like, her tour of the facilities and everything and kind of tells her, you have free reign, do what you want. And she's like, whoa, I don't even know. Something I thought was so funny is, like, she basically says she has no idea how to cook and how she, like, but she'll, like, figure it out.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, at one point, she's like, and I'm just marinating some blah, blah, blah for dinner. And I was like, where'd you learn that?
Pinterest.
Yeah. I was like, where was the scene where you learned cooking something? Like... chopping up stuff for a cucumber salad felt the most believable.
Yes, 100%.
Like, who taught you about
the girl that never had a cheese grater in her life?
Just gonna make it work. I'm just working on a marinade. I was like, what? When?
Where out there?
Also, just being nitpicky because I can be, but yeah.
That definitely, the book grabbed me from the beginning, and I did like how there was, like, a quick snippet for everybody in their backstory. So we did get to, like, I did feel like I got to know the characters before, like, all the stuff started happening, and the way it was described was in a fun, digestible way.
I agree entirely.
In my personal.
And I was trying to remember how many pages this book is.
203.
Yes, that's why. Okay, so it was a fairly, very quick, short read.
Yes. Yeah, it's a 203 page, but technically, like, the last page of the story is 193.
Yeah, because of the...
all the stuff.
Yeah, the pages after. So it's less than 200 pages for the actual plot. And yes, go ahead. No. I don't have words. I'm making things up as I go along.
No, that's fine. Did you find this... So we have grab your attention. Did you find this interesting?
So there's a difference between interesting and entertaining. I will concede. Yes, I found it very interesting. I was, especially because I was so intrigued on what was going to happen. Like, you knew from the cover and the back that, like, they were going to turn into vegetables. You knew which vegetables they were going to turn into.
Yes.
You knew what show this was inspired by.
Yes.
So every part of that had me going, how, what, when, how. The only thing for me, if we're, like, just from 0 to 67, like this first third section.
Yeah.
Why attracted to tomato and cucumber, where, like, it's just magical attraction? And that was kind of you had to, I guess, make the leap, because how else?
Yes, because they also because just like, I am attracted to this tomato and cucumber, and also but I think also because of, excuse me,
you're forgiven.
But I think also because of the dream that she had, where she was like, smooth like a cucumber, and then mentioned tomatoes in the dream as well. So I wonder if that's why, and that's the thing, is that...
I think that's part of it.
Is that her, or is that the spelly spell that's doing that?
I think she had an attraction to them.
Yeah.
But the dream is a foreshadow magic kind of involved with the whole situation, because nothing actually happens to Emily. She is like the vehicle for the love story, kind of, like, they couldn't get together on their own. Obviously they've been friends for a decade and it never happened. So Emily doesn't need to transform, and she's just like this outsider coming in, but they still have this very strong feelings for her. I agree though that, like, they just, like, walk out. They're just like, they don't just walk out. They have this interaction. Everybody passes out in their own juices, apparently. That's just a thing we're doing. And everybody wakes up, and there is like a slight conversation because Robert, who is kind of like in charge from the beginning, he's like, I'm the leader of this love triangle or throuple. He basically says, everything's fine when we're vegetables, but we're not right now, so we need to go because this is inappropriate. Which, shitty.
Yeah. And that's kind of why I felt for her, because it was just kind of like, oh, well, why are you making these decisions? And like,
which comes up quite a bit. But
yeah, it comes out quite a bit about the decision making, but she's just kind of like, you guys just kind of talked about it and left. Instead of actually talking to me about it. And I'm just kind of like, oh, poor girl.
Agreed.
Pacing.
Fabulous
pacing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just kept moving. There was like no, like, not that there could be lags in this kind of story.
No.
But I felt like everything that was included was necessary.
Yes.
And everything that was missing, like, I didn't miss. Like, I can't think of what I would need to add.
No. Honestly, no.
Yeah, like, the prophecy got told. There was adorable, weird parish ladies given sweaters. Like, there was things that created character development, so you knew, oh, Laurent is this, like, silly, easygoing, golden retriever boy, and Robert is this way, and Emily is this. Like, you learn about each of them fairly quickly and very well, I think. Yeah.
Well, that's it. The GM fairy writing is really good about letting us know, like, who these people are and the subtle changes all throughout.
Very quickly.
Yes.
In a way that's, like, super succinct and well done. Not just like, and she was clumsy, and he was mean. They are in love. Like, what?
He is mean because of this. She is
yeah, but there is some writing that feels like you're reading it like that.
Yeah.
Like a phone book of information that's not really a story. This is a story.
This is a story.
Yeah,
how she wrote the characters were great, because
you
were talking about how it's not just she's clumsy, he's grumpy.
Oh, yes,
there
like a phone book.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are books like that, though, that are so infuriating while you're reading them that you just, like, want to yeet the book because the way it's written sucks.
Yeah.
I'm like, yep, you said that.
How about something else?
Anything else? I did not feel that way in this book.
No.
I will say that, I didn't feel that way about this book at this point.
Yes.
Because it was just, I felt very well paced in the beginning.
What are the important moments that you have for this section?
You used the old template and I used the new template. This is the one that was in Canva. That's okay. We're just going to have slight discrepancies. That's fine. I can answer on the fly. What was that question?
We don't need to care about the important moments. We basically talked about them. It's fine.
Okay. Anyway, do you have any further questions, madam?
Nay.
Okay, so that first section ends up with both of them leaving her, so she's alone.
Yes.
And Robert basically has a bunch of internal crises. And I wrote Bob. I wrote him as Bob. He and Laurent are also combating their own feelings for each other, but it's mostly just Robert dealing with like the conflicted feelings.
Yeah.
Laurent very quickly basically gives up on God. Like,
bro's all in.
Yeah, like they have this weird vegetable interaction and he goes, I've never wanted to be a cucumber so much more in my life. Like, he's like, that was like a weird accent, but like,
yeah.
He immediately after having one sexual interaction as a cucumber is like, I'm in. I would like to fuck her. I would like to fuck him. And I would like to do it as soon as possible. This is obviously a gift from God. I should bang both of them as much as possible, as soon as possible. And if it can be as a vegetable, okay. But then he kind of says that that's not enough because he and Robert have a confession booth scene together.
Yes.
It's like, I loved that scene. I'm not gonna lie. It was ridiculous. 2 priests in a confession booth. Like, that's the start of a joke. So Robert goes into the confession booth for confession time because he's receiving confession. But he's stuck in his mind about stuff. Time goes by, whatever. And Laurent goes into the other side of the confession booth. And anytime they have an interaction, Laurent is very lighthearted, silly, joking, very sexual. And so he basically goes in and he's like, forgive me, Father, for I've sinned. And they have this kind of back and forth that leads to them jacking themselves off to the other person talking and them like weirdly reminiscing about how they can't hear each other's moans through the walls. Like, it's a very interesting back and forth during confession time. It was open to the public.
They did not care.
No! They didn't care at all.
There was no shame in
they
that confession
fully
booth.
run that parish and are just like, no one comes in on Wednesdays. It's fine. Like, and they both finish to the like whatever, and he's like, Father, I have another confession. I'm jacking myself off right now. Like, it's just, I really just couldn't handle it emotionally. I was like, what? What do you mean? Wait, what?
Yeah. This is the section that I listened to on
okay, so
Spotify.
I listened to the entire book on Spotify. This is my first one in our podcast where I listened to the audiobook.
Yeah.
I think note-wise, it's easier to physically read it.
Yes.
For sure. However, I had to. I heard it was an audiobook and I was like, sentient vegetables based on VeggieTales fucking audiobook, yes. Like, how much more crazy could this get? So, I think the voice actors did a really good job for how ridiculous this was.
Honestly, they held it together.
I
would not have.
They have this like, again, this like emotional, almost an emotionally vulnerable moment together that's also sexual, but then Robert backslides again. So this is where the redundancies start for me, is in the middle. So Robert backslides and goes, this is never happening again, and we're good little boys, and God is our daddy. So and then he tells Laurent, we're done. We're not seeing Emily again. Like, he makes the decision for all of them. He's like, we're not seeing Emily again. Yeah. That's it. Over and done with. And I found that kind of frustrating because, like, there's 3 people in this throuple. It's not a love triangle. And they emphasize how they feel equally about each one. However, he's the grumpy in charge guy, and they're both just like kind of bowing to his whims almost immediately because, well, Laurent's terrified of losing him after all these years together. And then Emily, I don't really know. Emily's just like, I was beat, so I don't want to argue.
Yeah. She seemed to take a lot of shit from her previous relationship, and that's what they really emphasize in the beginning of the book on how she was used to like taking so much shit. Like, he broke her grandmother's urn and she still stayed years later, kind of thing. And like, really, he broke it on purpose because she didn't have dinner ready or some stupid shit like that.
Dumb, terrible reason from Daryl.
And she was like, and you might think I might left him after that. Nope, I stayed for a little longer.
I actually found that pretty relatable. Like, I have a few friends that have like really like had gotten out of dark relationships, and it does take longer than any of them would like to admit.
No, it's realistic, but that's why having that in the beginning of the book made sense for me, just because like she was like, okay, well, I guess I'll just take it.
It did, but for me, because she's like this new person, and she does voice a few times how she should have a say in this situation and why doesn't she. But basically, so they end out on this confession thing. Robert goes to his room, Laurent goes to his room, and the situation, they turn into vegetables a couple more times, but this kind of comes to a head because Robert leaves a note like under Emily's door and is like, we're done, and he signs it for Laurent. And so she's pissed because she thinks they both kind of have stopped this thing, and she feels whiplash. She's like, you're in, you're out, you're in, you're out. I don't know what to tell you. You guys are vegetables I'm attracted to. Like,
yeah, she has like the very tiniest inkling because she's just kind of like,
the writing is exactly the same.
Yeah.
So she goes out to, like, for some reason she's like out in the forest. She's trying to distract herself. She like was gardening even though there's a gardener, and she ends up hearing guitar and music, and Laurent is playing guitar in his rubber ducky sweater, which is why I reference it again. He's in the blue sweater, and this is on page 108, and he's singing a song about a water buffalo.
That's a thing from VeggieTales, isn't it?
Excuse me. The exact lyrics from VeggieTales are, everybody's got a water buffalo. Yours is fast, but mine is slow. Oh, where'd we get them? I don't know, but everybody's got a water buffalo. She walks up to the scene, and he's just finishing, everybody wants a water buffalo. Everybody wants a water buffalo. So basically, without copyright infringement, she fully says, it's Silly Songs with Larry. God, I hate that his name is Larry.
Except it's silly, but he said, I want silly, someday I'll have silly songs with Laurent. And I actually looked it up. I was like, is this?
It's a thing.
A thing? And then I was like, oh.
It's a thing. We just, before reading this book, I was on a trip and my husband pulled up one of these songs while we were away. And I was like, oh my God. And then we read this book. So what happens is, she comes up to him playing the song, and they kind of have this back and forth about this kind of confession that he wants to have kind of this wacky little song thing at church, and she finds that sweet, and like they kind of are like bonding and connecting over it, but then it gets inappropriate and they have sex.
Good for them.
In the woods. But they take off the rubber ducky sweater. It's an important part of the story. They take it off. We gotta protect Ducky. So they consummate their relationship and say, like, F Robert, because he's not in charge of us and we're grown adults. When I was reading this, all I kept thinking is, Laurent, you chose a really weird life.
Yeah.
Like, you clearly aren't into God, but it takes a lot of work to run a parish. Like, they have to write sermons and like do all of these things. I don't know, I don't go to church, but I feel like it's not an easy job.
You would think so.
And he gave it all up to be around Robert, and then Emily shows up and he's like, fuck those Hail Marys. Like,
chopped liver.
Yeah, completely, like less than 24 hours. He was like a cucumber once, and he was like, you know what would be great? Being inside a woman.
Sometimes it just be like that.
I guess so. So that all happens, and then they're kind of doing their own thing. Robert is like confined himself and is like really focused on work. He's like convinced if he just tries hard enough, God's gonna help him get through this, which, you know what, fair enough. And then there's like a messed up confession or a messed up sermon where Laurent is trying to do a sermon, but he's like all disheveled. He's not remembering anything. He's like, it's a really bad sermon. And that's when like the next up holy guy shows up. I can't remember what his title. Is that what it is? An Archibald?
Well, they called him Archibald, but it's Archbishop.
Yeah. So he shows up and sees this really bad done sermon. So Robert's super stressed, and they go into a meeting and they're not fired, but they're basically told to like button it up, do better. And he leaves, and he and Laurent kind of have a blowout fight, and they kiss, and it's like life-shattering, altering for Laurent, and Robert backslides again and is like, this could never happen again. And I'm like, all right, buddy, we've got to learn some life lessons here. Like, we don't have a lot of time together, and you're getting real repetitive.
Yeah.
You do things and then you backslide, and you do things and you backslide. And we get it. We needed someone to be like the strain so you don't just all fall in love and fuck each other as vegetables. Like, I don't, there wouldn't have been a plot, I guess. No. So that all happens, and then they have that. So then they have their mini falling out. And then I don't know why or how this possibly happens, but we get back to the confession booth.
Yep.
And Emily
is trying to confess.
She is looking for some sort of outlet because she's angry at Robert mostly, but she's frustrated by the situation and she feels weird about everything. And so she decides that she's going to go in the empty confession booth because from a distance, she decides it's empty. She's like, it's empty. I was like, no. She doesn't look in it. She's just like, it's clearly empty. So
nobody's there.
She gets in one side and goes through this like confession, and it comes to light that Robert's on the other side, and they have like a back and forth that pretty much leaves his resolve snapping. And he comes out of the booth and opens the door, and he's like, on your knees. And that's actually exactly where it ends for those numbers. But he's basically like, you've tested my patience and I'm going to teach you how to worship my cock,
yeah.
basically, and tells her to get on her knees. and that's where the middle section like lands off. For me, there's nothing better than the water buffalo. That's it for me. Like, for you, like, highlights in this, I genuinely could not stop with the confession booth between the two men. I was like, yep, this is it. I could not handle it. Like, in a good way. we have a viewer over here trying to get involved. But did anything stand out specifically for you in the middle of this book?
So for me, it was when Emily and Laurent were together. Mm-hmm.
You're just such a softie.
I am.
You just love.
I do. Every time that honestly, every time those two were together, I was melting.
Like, why can't they run off?
Yeah. That's basically how I felt the entire book. I feel like we could have
dropped Robbie
very quickly and been completely fine. But this is a throuple.
Yeah. I felt like a forced throuple. Did you feel that way?
With Robert, yeah.
Well, I felt like Laurent and Emily had chemistry.
Yeah.
And I felt like Laurent and Robert had chemistry.
Yeah.
I didn't necessarily feel that they all...
It seemed like they tried with Robert and Emily, like, in the later section, but even then, it was just kind of like, it just kind of felt like he was just kind of like, well, this. And she's just like trying to open up to him. Mm-hmm. And he's just kind of like, well, what?
Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll talk about that when we get there.
Yeah.
So in this section, you liked the post-water buffalo love.
I did.
Love making.
Well, I like the water buffalo, like just that whole section when she shows up and they're talking about the water buffalo, because I completely cracked up at that, because as I was listening to it, I was just like, is this actually from VeggieTales? And then I looked it up and that's what that killed me. I was like, no fucking way.
Yep.
No way. So it was the water buffalo scene and then post-water
The post-buffalo.
The post-buffalo.
The post-water buffalo, different kind of situation.
Different kind of buffalo.
Yeah. I guess for me, because the middle of the book is like so much happens, which makes sense. What about friction-wise? Like, is there something in that section that you wish was different?
Robert.
Just everything Robert.
Everything Robert.
You don't like Robert?
No.
Is he your least favorite character?
Yes, he is.
Fair enough.
He is my least favorite character. And I understand why they have him why he's written this way, but I felt like it could have been
better.
Because it was consistently like, yes, this is fun. Yes, let's do this. And then constantly leaving, because he does the same. Like, I actually ended this section just finishing up the chapter.
Okay. So I went straight for the exact pages because I was like, I wrote them down that way. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I finished off this section with the end of the chapter. And so after is when she ends up sucking him off, and then...
Sorry, Tyler, you have to use your coined phrase, blowy.
Blowy.
She gives him a blowy.
She gives him a blowy, and it's all fine and good, and then basically right after, he's just like, can't do this again, bye.
Yeah. We're never doing this again. Every time. It's even the same, like, sentence, too. He's like, oh, we're never doing this again.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
You keep saying that, yeah, it keeps happening, and you keep saying this is never happening again. Guess what? It's still happening. We're still in the book.
Well, he doesn't know he's in a book, Tyler.
But that he was just the most frustrating part in this section, and maybe the entire book.
I actually liked Robert, but I didn't like... Sorry, I liked Robert when he wasn't backsliding.
Yes.
Like, all the parts where he was being, like, the aggressive, grumpy, but, like, in the possessive
when he
way.
Was actually in it, in the moment, I liked him, but he kept backing off so much that...
And so hard.
So it was really hard for me to, like him for long.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, oh my goodness, like, I'm loving this, you're starting to warm up, and then he would back off, and then I'd be like...
Like, there wasn't any, like, there was no inch of growth with each of those things. It was always full back off.
Yeah.
Leaning in full. Like, there was, like, almost, I feel like he should have had, like, some sort of slight alteration, but it was the polar opposite with Laurent. Laurent just gave in. He was like, yes, 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 heck yes. I'm a yes man.
I'm a yes man.
And not for him, not for you. Like,
right?
Same with a capital H. But yeah. The Lord.
The Lord be with.
That's the center that I had for you. The character that changed the most, to be honest, I didn't think anybody changed.
Not at this point, no.
No, I felt like the least changed was Robert. He would not give in, and like he really thought that God was the answer for everything.
Emily was trying to speak out more,
Yeah.
but she still isn't quite there yet.
Yeah.
She's still fairly consistent from the beginning, but you can see the subtle changes for her. Laurent, I feel like, has just always been, he's kind of the most consistent.
His character is not meant to change. His character is like the glue
Yeah.
in the throuple.
Yeah, because when I have like character developments and stuff like that, I was like, he's pretty even keel.
Yeah. He stays
Throughout the
same,
entire book.
except for when he's fully like disheveled and doing his sermon and kind of falling apart. That almost blindsided me. Like I wasn't like really ready for it, and I understood why it was happening, but to me there was almost no lead up to it because you don't really hear from him post Water Buffalo, and then all of a sudden they're in this sermon and he's falling apart, and you're like, post kiss with Robert falling for Emily, stress
And a little bit of confusion, just kind of like really tugged at.
But that was kind of the most change because he was angry. He was like, what, I can't have a bad day? Like he tells Robert to fuck off.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, whatever. And Robert's like, button it up, like the archman is here. I know, my God, people.
I love after the meeting, well, we didn't get fired.
Hashtag thank the Lord.
That cracked me up.
Yeah, that is very fair.
Is that everything in that metal section?
Yeah.
Sorry. So I went on to, because you said you uploaded it there, so I just grabbed the latest one, and it turned out to be the old one. And so I was just like, oh, there wasn't that many changes. So then I just...
That's where we got mixed up. That's okay.
I was like,
we can maybe blend them a little more.
Yeah. No, we could... next time we'll try.
Did you have any answers to the middle that I can assist with?
So this would have been the old section. Did this story stay engaging for you?
Yes.
Yes, 100,000%.
Never looking away from this train crash.
The surprises and twists.
For me, it was Laurent having a meltdown.
Yeah.
I was not...
Other than that...
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, other than that, I didn't notice
everything else felt like it made sense for the story. And not that this doesn't make sense, I just had no lead up. Like all of a sudden he was melting down.
Yeah.
Which it makes sense, but I had no lead up. He just shows up to a sermon falling apart. And you're like, God's mad at you.
But yeah, everything else felt like there wasn't needed to be a twist or a prediction or anything like that. But yeah, it would have just been his little meltdown at the sermon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so.
But and then the other one I have is, did your opinions change on any of the characters?
I just got less interested in Robert.
Yeah.
Like I was frustrated. Actually, I got less I didn't love Emily either. I was like, girl, okay, more.
Yeah.
I needed more from her. Something. I don't know. I feel like GM did her a little dirty on that. Like there needed to be a little more. She was just a little subservient, just wanting to give into the needs, but she showed up. She just didn't line up all the way, if I'm being picky.
Yeah.
But no, I'm good.
Perfect. All right. Yeah, no. Robert is fucking annoying.
He is fucking annoying.
Sorry, that's what I have written right here.
Once you wrap up the ending, I'll tell you how annoying.
You'll tell me how.
The monastery monk thing.
Oh my God.
That's where I'm, what the hell?
So yeah. So like I said, I ended off section 2 with
After the blowy.
Because I felt like I couldn't just stop right there.
And so just to wrap that up, she gives him a blowjob, they kiss, and he bites her, and he makes her bleed.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Because he's angry. And so that was insane to me. Like I was like, she confesses to him that she's been abused, and he's angry and bites her and says this is never gonna happen again. And I was like, whoa. Like, that's a wild thing to do to her. She's done nothing wrong. Like, you shoved your dick in her mouth and it's her fault? Sorry, that's where that ends off. I ended before that because I was going by page number, but yeah, so she gives him the blowjob. That now we're all caught up. Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yes.
No, you're fine.
Nailed it.
But yeah, no. That I felt like it was just constantly her being like left alone.
Mm-hmm.
And I just felt for her in all those, like in the first and the second section, because it was just constantly happening that way.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of like, what the hell? Like,
yeah.
Why do you guys keep doing, well, more so Robert, why the hell do you keep doing this to all of them, but especially her, who's clearly been through a lot?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just shitty.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Anyway, but so section 3. Sorry.
The final.
The final section.
The final section.
So part 3 starts with them having dinner. Section 3 starts off with the 3 of them having dinner, and Katz gets out the bag of Emily having interactions with
each of them. Yeah, separately.
Laurent accepts it right away, and Robert is like, it's never happening again.
Yeah, you guys are. Even though they had their own separate interaction, he basically says no. Like, this isn't going to keep going. You guys need to stop too.
He's just kind of like, oh yeah, I'm all in. So we can just all have sex with each other separately, and then we can do the vegetable thing all together. Like, it'll be great. It'll be fine. And Robert's like, hell to the no. This is not happening again. This is a sin, blah, 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 blah.
Don't worry, Laurent helps.
Laurent helps. And then... And so Laurent tries to prove a point. And it's just kind of like, well, then you don't mind if I just take her, right? Make her mine in front of you on this table. And he's just
right now.
And he's like, no, wouldn't bother me at all. And so they're having so Emily and Laurent are having a grand old time.
Yeah.
And Robert tries to resist.
And then
becomes
a voyeur.
And then he is lovely watching and stroking himself as it's happening. Mm-hmm. And so this continues until Gail
walks in.
Gail walks in
and
catches them, and she's just like,
and she runs away. I pictured that like a 90s movie, like hands in the air, just hopping out of the room, running. Like, so funny. She's like, I'm back from vacation.
You're like, shit, that was awful.
I just bought that dining room table.
So, yeah, Gail witnesses it, runs like a bat out of hell. And we move forward to Laurent and Robert have their meeting with the Archbishop, and basically they're fired. They're no longer priests, and they're waiting for a trial.
Which I loved this because Robert confesses about it.
Yes.
Gail doesn't report them.
Yes.
And God, I love Gail. That's all.
Gail's pretty good.
I love Gail.
I have a whole thing about Gail. And so they're no longer priests. Art goes on I am broken, I am hurt, I will be a monk, I don't want to ruin anybody's lives, blah, blah, blah.
Well, he basically
blah,
goes
blah.
to Laurent and he's like, I want both of you and that's not fair, so I'm going to be a monk.
Yeah.
And Laurent's like, but I want both of you. And he's like, nope.
Yeah.
You're clearly trying to appease me, I will be a monk.
And that's where I have Robert confesses his feelings with Laurent, and things actually start getting hot and heavy between Laurent and Robert.
Robert, yeah.
And then, so they get hot and heavy, things happen, and then Robert fucking ruins it again.
Yeah, so they make out, like, really intensely, and they basically, while making out, jack each other off.
Yes.
And it's like everything Laurent's ever hoped for, wanted. He finally feels like Robert's gonna give in to this relationship. They're no longer priests. There's nothing in their way. He thinks this is this huge opportunity. He starts dreaming about them being with Emily. And then Robert and him finish. And then Robert's like, I'm gonna be a monk. That's like literally what happens.
Yeah.
He like separates from the kiss. He's like, I'm gonna be a monk. And leaves.
And he's just like, and Laurent is like, don't walk away from this isn't over and all this kind of stuff. And then you feel sad for Laurent because he's like, no, don't go.
He's like, you're not listening to me, is basically what Laurent is saying. Like, You're not listening or giving us a chance. Which, facts. He's not listening at all.
So fucking stupid.
Not even stubborn, just idiot. Like, willful ignorance. You just assume that your perspective is the only one that is reality.
Yeah.
It's it's frustrating. Idiot.
All the brokenness.
So he goes to pack because he's gonna be a monk.
So while he's packing,
It's like 2 a.m.
yeah, Emily actually goes for a walk.
Yep.
Goes for a walk and reminisces about like her time in the forest with Laurent, and also questioning her next steps on like she's like, what am I gonna do next? Am I gonna be a security guard? Am I gonna do this? Am I gonna do that? And while she is contemplating this, she hears something in the forest, and when she turns, it's the cloak lady. Although she's not wearing the cloak.
The witch lady shows up that was the person that Laurent and Robert spoke with. That they thought she was nuts. Yeah, she was spinning wild tales.
So, Cloak Lady shows up, and her and Emily are talking, and Cloak Lady basically just says, like, if you three confess your love to each other, then you guys will have your true form back. If you guys don't do that, then whenever you're together, this will keep happening.
So basically, anytime when all 3 of them together, if any of them lie about their feelings, that's when they turn into vegetables, and that's how this curse worked. So when they all admit their feelings, the curse or spell will be broken. Yeah.
Yep. And of course, Emily is like, what the hell are you talking about, lady? And like was trying to talk to her, and then like basically the cloak lady says all that stuff and just dips.
Yeah, she's like, that's enough information. You're good. Bye.
And she's just like, what the hell?
Yeah, so then she leaves. Emily's actually more confused and has no clue what to do and goes and tries to go to bed.
Yeah.
Right?
So she goes to bed, and while this is while she is in her room getting ready for bed, Robert is still spiraling.
He's spiraling and packing.
Yeah, spiraling and packing, and eventually he's just like, I need to go to apologize to Emily and all this kind of stuff. So he starts going to her room, and who happens to also be at her door? Laurent. And he's just like, I'm just going to apologize and blah. And
leave and whatever.
And leave. And as soon as Emily opens the door, they both turn into vegetables again. Robert...
Basically, like, they do have a small interaction because she's like, hey, why are you guys here? And Laurent is all honest again, but then as soon as Robert starts to apologize, because he's like, I came to apologize, I'm not good for... He, like, starts to, on some tangent, and they turn. Like, because he's trying to go down the same lie again. And then they transform, and she's like, for fuck's sakes, and she takes them in and puts them on the side table or something, right?
Yeah. But Robert right away is just kind of like, oh, she's taking us to use us at her will again. I'm so excited. And then he's just like, and then they end up on the side table, and he's like, damn it.
He's like, oh, crap. And that's when Emily basically spills all how she feels.
Yeah. So she puts him on the side table, and she confesses her love for him. And basically, this is when Robert almost basically has his realization. He's like, yeah, this can work. And they both become human again. And he confesses...
Human again. Yeah. When we're human again.
He confesses his love for her and like starts making out with her, and then turns and confesses his love to Laurent, and then
they start making out.
Yeah, and then they have a nice big bang session.
Everybody's happy for everybody, and everybody is like coming into the fact that there's no jealousy. They just genuinely love each other all equally, and like Robert isn't jealous when Laurent and Emily are together. Emily's not jealous when Laurent and Robert are together. Like nobody feels anything like that. They just feel whole.
Yeah,
as a group.
But so after that happens,
I cannot believe the next section of this book. Like she runs into Gale.
Yeah. Emily runs into Gale, and Gale is, by the way, awesome.
Gale's like, get it, girl. Yeah. Fuck the hot priest.
I actually have a quote from Gale.
Oh, yes. Gale quote.
I have a Gale quote.
Tell me.
It's not right here. It's
in the next section.
It's where I have it on my Kindle.
Okay.
When I bring out the Kindle, I'm going to share it because I have it because I still think it's fucking hilarious.
It's when she tells her to basically get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good quote. I will wait for that.
But Gale pretty much like has a talk with her. It's just like, well, yeah, I basically knew this whole time that
that those 2 boys were in love.
Those 2 boys were in love, and like, you know what? They're beautiful, so get after it then.
Yeah, she says something like, the older I get, the less I understand.
Yeah.
And like that kind of love can't be a bad thing.
Yeah.
Essentially, because Gale is mother. I love her.
She is mother.
I love Gale so much. And so they have that talk, and then she just conveniently is like, by the way, there's a vegetable farm up the road.
There's a vegetable farm a couple towns over. And then After that conversation, it basically flashed forward to them
6 months later
on the vegetable farm. Fucking.
In the new bed that Robert made, because he's also a carpenter.
That's what you do.
A woodworker.
That's what you do when you're religious. You're good.
Yes, Robert and Jesus are the same.
Yes. There you go. See? But yeah, basically they bone in their California king bed and live happily ever after.
Yep. They do.
The end.
The end of the story.
Lordy be. Did you find this satisfying?
Yeah. I found the ending satisfying. I knew they were all going to end up together.
Yeah.
So, like, what I wanted and what I got weren't the same, but I knew that's how that was going to end.
What did you want?
I would have preferred her and Laurent to leave. And, like, he to stay a priest and be, like, maybe flash forward and he regrets it and tries to find them later.
That would have been... That would have been a cool take.
By squash. No. I don't know.
Fuck off.
I will not. But I think like that's what I would have wanted. But for you knew that's like they were gonna end up together. I think it was a satisfying ending. Yeah. How do you feel?
Honestly, I thought everything came together in a bow.
In a bow,
like it's supposed to.
Yeah.
With these books.
Yep.
I found it satisfying. What about the themes? How do you feel about the themes coming together?
I think everything came together, like themes. I think that like scenes came together. The curse, everything was like there weren't really plot holes for me.
Yeah.
Like I said, I wanted something different to happen, but I am not the author.
No, fair. But I'm assuming that would be in like the thing that you would change if you were to change anything, right?
Yeah, the main things I think for me, like the biggest change, I think that Robert needed to maybe have time alone to grow a bit.
Yeah.
And like Laurent and Emily could grow their relationship and maybe that like he would come to them later. I think that would have been a different thing. I don't know how you would have worked that into the book. Mm-hmm. But I just feel like that, but if I like a change within this story, I think Emily needed more.
Yes. I did notice that in this book as well, because we talked about it in the last book that we read, as the of Blood and Bloom.
Yeah,
you wanted more out of Aphrodite in that book, and I did. After having that conversation, I did notice it in this book as well. Although it wasn't as intense as Aphrodite.
Definitely not. Yeah, I agree.
I feel like she needed a more, like more of a growth in her confidence and stuff like that, and really like let somebody have it.
Yeah, something that like the most like emotional depth that she shared was when she shares her history with Robert, and she does it in such a nonchalant way. Yeah. She makes it seem like she doesn't care about it. Meanwhile, like Robert has many meltdowns, and Laurent like kind of falls apart at the altar when he's trying to do a sermon, and he's also kind of vulnerable with her in the woods.
Yeah.
There's lots of different vulnerable moments with the men. But Emily,
her
vulnerability was told to us at the beginning, but she didn't necessarily.
It was surface level with the men.
When
she was talking to the men.
She was like, "Yeah, I was abused." Sup. Like moves on. Like she was so chill about it, and Robert was like, "No, like that's crazy." And she's like, "I'm over it. I'm not holding on to it anymore. I'm gonna make salad now. The chicken's marinating." I was so irritated by that. Anyway, so that's what I would change in this plot. Like if I wasn't changing the plot, but just enhancing the plot.
So for another one for me would have been Robert's struggle, just to have a little more give.
Oh, please.
Just a little bit more, because it was constant. It was consistent in the sense where it was just like, he's all in the moment and then like immediate stop and go. There wasn't necessarily a gradual thing. So I found it a little jarring when she was like, "I confess my love," and then all of a sudden he was like, "I love you all."
I'm all in finally. Yeah, or even in a way, because I get that he's like given his life to God. So it could have been a situation where like he has these moments with them. He doesn't take it out on them, but then he goes and repents and like has these moments with God or with so maybe he goes to a different church to confess and has this internal struggle himself that helps with character development and growth, instead of him just snapping at the end of every single intimate moment and being like, "Never again." Like I feel like it could have been done maybe differently. His self-torture. I get it. Like he's been a priest for like 15 years.
And that's why I was just kind of like, okay, like this obviously had to happen just because Laurent was like so like fuck this, like, we're good.
Laurent clearly didn't become a priest to be a priest.
Yeah.
Laurent did it to be with Robert, which is insane. That's a level of love that is possessive and like obsessive to the extreme for a man with that personality.
Yeah.
He's like, I love my rubber ducky sweater. I'm French. I grew up rich. Everything's cool. Love you. And he just stays for 15 years and they never even kiss.
No.
That is incredible.
I expected like to find out that more happened between them in the early years rather than just
so did
what
I.
we were told.
Yeah, so
Because
did
I was just kind of like, this is like some intense, like, touchy-feely and like all the love in the world.
In the room, staring at each other while they touch themselves.
Good for them.
Which I guess, yeah, way to love.
Good restraint.
Straight up. As a young adult, not my restraint. I was like, I'd like that. That's a cute boy. You know what? I'm on top of that boy now. Oh, huh. Interesting how that works.
Hop, skip, and a jump away.
Yeah, I had zero restraint. I could not imagine. Anyway, that's why they were priests. Well, not anymore. Now they're vegetable farmers.
And they're happy.
They have a cucumber and tomato farm. It's fucking nuts.
I think that's hilarious.
That's a weird version of cannibalism. Like, you think you'd be turned off of eating them after being one. I don't know. Anyway.
But doing that made them come together.
And they came together.
Came together. Yep.
Did you have a favorite character?
Yes. Where did I put them? Oh, right here. I have Laurent because... and Gail.
Gail.
I wrote Gail differently.
I wrote Gail with a heart. I listened to the audiobook. I don't know how Gail's spelled.
Gail.
Okay. I wrote Gail wrong.
I have
wrote Gail
Laurent
like a wind.
and Gail.
Gail the wind. Anyway, I loved Gail, and I wrote she was so understanding and had zero judgment, the real MVP of the story.
No.
So I liked her from the beginning.
Yeah.
It was always Gail for me.
She was always very sweet. And even at the very beginning of the book when Emily said
she swears and
she swore and she was like, oh, I'm so sorry, and she was just kind of like, don't change yourself.
Yeah, I liked her from the very beginning. I actually had a really hard time with quotes with this book because of the audiobook, which is why I won't be doing an audiobook again, because I couldn't re-find them.
Oh, fair.
So the quotes are you today.
Quotes are me.
Yeah.
Hold on, I have them right here on the kind.
That was so satisfying to watch. I think it just came off fast.
Yeah. That's why I wanted it. I didn't necessarily have a lot of heartwarming ones.
That's okay.
To be honest. It's a horrible thought, but the devil gets in my brain when I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Kind of cracked me up.
Absolutely. Laurent, right?
Laurent.
Yeah.
Always Laurent. Oh yeah, the foreshadowing when she was just like, he's hard, so hard, unlike any cock I've ever felt before. Also so smooth, almost like, I don't know, a cucumber?
Wild.
It's like, what the hell? Oh, this was when she was talking to Laurent in the kitchen. She says, I breathe out. I haven't been, but honestly, at this point in my life, I'm looking for something that makes sense, something that gives me a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
I was just
they all said something similar to that throughout the whole story.
That was the thing. They were all trying to find their purpose, and their purpose was each other.
Sorry.
What's the other one? Oh yeah, this was the quote I didn't like. Body blooms like a flower in the morning rays. And that was Emily talking about herself.
I know.
And I was like,
not a fan. She probably milked that cucumber too.
This was one of the quotes with Gail, and it was, Emily and Gail. I didn't really peg Catholics for their open-mindedness. She shoots me a look. Really? The two priests you're fucking seem pretty open-minded. Touché.
I thought she was going to say, they're not priests anymore.
I'm just like, touché.
Yeah, that was really good. That was very funny.
Yeah, no. It was more so just wild quotes, but those were just the ones that I had saved.
I think that's great.
Yeah.
Final thoughts on this book. Favorite overall scene or overarching situation? I feel like it's the water buffalo scene, but I could be wrong.
So actually, earlier it was Emily and Laurent in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Just because they were just starting to really like talk and introduce themselves, and that's when she was just kind of like talking about how she was looking for a purpose, and I was like, oh, they're like cute and connecting.
You're so adorable. You just want all the cuteness.
I do.
You're a walking, talking puffball of love.
I am. In my head.
In my head. Outside of that, no.
No. Nay. What about you for favorite scene?
I cannot stress the confession booth scene enough.
Oh my god.
I just two priests talking dirty to each other, jacking themselves off, and they've never touched.
It was pretty funny.
Insane restraint and need and passion and just, I was like, yeah, y'all need to fuck. I was like, God damn.
Could you guys just get it on already?
Yeah. Yeah. That was probably, for me, just the scene I was the most reactive to as well, which is shocking because they're human.
Yeah.
But I also liked how it was written.
Yeah.
I thought that was great. Did you have an emotional moment?
My sad ones were when Laurent got walked out on, like closer to the end of the book, when he was just like, hey, like you're, like you said, like you're not listening to me, like you can't walk away.
That's what I have written, when he walks away. I don't think anyone should ever walk away from Laurent.
No.
That boy is too pure.
And I just had Emily getting like basically walked out on so many times. It happened so many times on the book for her that I was just kind of like, could we not?
I agree.
Could we stop that? But the heartbreaking one was Laurent.
Yeah. I think our final verdict is that we really didn't love Robert.
Yeah.
And he needed to work on himself. And we both loved Laurent and Gail. They were the real
MVPs.
Carriers of the story. The one thing I will say is I feel like this book wouldn't have worked at all, though, without Robert. Like, he had to be there.
Yeah, he did have to be there, and he had to be the way that he was.
I just think that the way that he was could have been written better.
Yes.
Personally. Would you recommend this book?
Yes.
Yeah, hell yeah.
To everybody.
To everybody. I'm calling your mom?
Well, maybe not my mom.
Okay. But you said everybody.
Everyone at book club.
That's not everybody. There's 6 billion people on the planet, Tyler.
I mean, everyone could use a Veggie Tale retelling.
It's not a retelling. I hope it's not a retelling. I don't know what episode this was.
You know what I mean.
I'm being an ass. I wrote perfect for readers who love smut, but aren't new to it. Because I think there are some romance readers that want to dabble in smut, and I think this might scare them.
Yeah, this is not.
There are people who call Akatar Fairy smut. It's not.
This is not a dabble.
This is you've been in it. And I wouldn't start you on vegetables. It's the wrong diet. That's all I'm saying. Did you like that?
Yeah.
Should have had a V8. That being said, final rating.
I have 4.5, but could be persuaded to a 5.
Wow, I have a 3.5.
Really?
Full star difference. Okay, you love your mushy love.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Nice job. I like it. Good for you. I wrote 4.5/5 for spice. I think it's actually a 5.
I put 4.25.
It was insane though.
Yeah.
I think so. On my spice rating, I think I almost need one specifically for not human smut, because my 5 is the only one that was like basically things beyond just toys and regular open door scenes.
Yeah.
So that's why I put 4.5/5, because she fucks a cucumber and a tomato and they make themselves vibrate.
Yep.
Through sheer will. That's wild in a tomato-y world. Not in like a regular sex toy world. That's completely average. So, yes. Very fair. Any final notes or comments, Tyler, before I move on?
I don't think I have any extra. Okay. Other than that this was a roller coaster of emotions.
Yeah.
I felt in this book.
Well, it was certainly a roller coaster of situations for me. I don't know if emotions. I felt pretty content and laughing and like silly most of the time.
Yeah.
And then like slight moments of irritation with Robert and anger with Robert and Robert, just Robert being Robert. Robert Bobbert, the tomato. Which he is a tomato crab in that show too.
Oh, is he crabby in the show?
Yeah. He's like it's literally the same. It's the same.
See, I'm not a big
just not
VeggieTales person, so I wouldn't even know.
I was in this youth group as a kid called Catholics on the Road to Christ. A girl down my street, her dad was a pastor, and my mom didn't care about religion at all, and so I was really curious about religion, so I joined this youth group as a non-baptized child, and I got kicked out for asking too many questions about God.
Ooh.
They were like, she's just got a lot of questions, and but they weren't like negative. I just was like very disruptive because I was like, but if God was like this, then why wasn't this a thing? Because I'd never read the Bible. I didn't know anything about anything, and so I asked a lot of questions as like a 12-year-old, and they were like, you should already know this. But their family was very, very kind to me, and they were really nice people. But yeah, anyway, we watched a lot of VeggieTales in those groups.
I bet.
Yeah, Catholics on the Road to Christ and Water Rats. There were two. So the younger group was Water Rats, which I started in, and then I moved up to Catholics on the Road to Christ in high school, which was a different one. But yeah. So
Fun.
that is our episode on Pounded by Produce. We are going to move on, and on our next book review, we're going to be doing Big Enough to Bite, which is the second book in Harmony Glen.
Yes.
By Andy Fenichel. Do you have the synopsis prepared? You were supposed to read the synopsis.
No.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. I have it. I was going to say, here it is if you need it.
From third party again?
She's dying to get in here, guys. Yes.
Because I read both the synopsis at the beginning of the last episode.
I just
and at the
miswrote it
end.
down on mine. That's totally fine. I will correct it in the future. Because I have you in as... conclusion is me. I can't even read my own stuff, guys. Big Enough to Bite by Harmony Glen in the Harmony Glen series. So Big Enough to Bite by Andy Fenichel. In a town full of monsters, love might be the scariest thing of all. Sam, Harmony Glen's been my home. It's like they're talking to you. Sam, Harmony Glen's been my home since the town welcomed my kind with open arms.
Oh, they do that sometimes.
Yeah, it's a safe haven for monsters like me. It's been fun living amongst humans. Over time, all types of people have begun calling this place home. Now, there's a new vampire in town. She walks through the park at night, sometimes singing soft, haunting melodies. Her voice hooked me from the first note. I watch from the shadows, drawn to her. So when she asks me to build a stone wall in her garden, I say yes, fast. I lay bricks by day and try to win her over with charm, but she's slow to trust. I long to uncover the secrets of her past and be part of her future. Maybe a giant isn't what she's looking for, but my heart's already hers, whether she wants it or not. Mary. I was born in 1869 in a small Romanian village. My people were wanderers. After I was turned into a vampire at 20, I left my family, but not by choice. My maker was a monster in more ways than one, and it took many decades to escape him. The great revelation exposed us to the world. Fear and curiosity followed. I've searched several lifetimes for a place to belong. Harmony Glen is the first town that might actually feel like home. The creatures and humans are kind, even when I'm not. It might have been a mistake to invite a giant into my garden, but I couldn't resist. He's steady, gentle, and strong in every way that matters. He makes my fangs ache, and he might just be big enough to bite. So this is the first monster romance.
Yeah.
There's no humans between the two love interests.
I don't think we've ever
No,
read
it's
a
our
monster.
It's our first.
For any book, whether it's book club and stuff like that too.
Yeah, I think this is our first. So
Cool.
We'll be reading Big Enough to Bite on the next book review episode. So if you want to take your time to read that, you can. Follow us on all platforms at Plot Twist It's Spicy.
And she's spicy.
She's spicy. And you have a great day.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.